Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff, and tonight I'm getting to the third video of the night. Probably the last one, but I might sneak another one in. I don't know yet. But this one comes to us as a request from Sarah Fernandez 2118. So thank you so much for the request. I do really enjoy these killing voice videos. 2 a.m. is who we're reacting to tonight on Killing Voice, and I don't know who they are. I've never heard of them. So I did do just a little bit of research. Found out that they were a group that was co-managed by JYP and Big Hit, um, along with apparently a brother group called 2 p.m. And the overall group was called the One Day or just One Day. I'm not too sure on that. But from what I gathered, 2 a.m. focused on ballads, similar to B2B in that regard. But 2 p.m. focused more on the traditional dance type of K-pop songs. Apparently, 2 a.m. has been pretty commercially successful. So I'm looking forward to this. I know there's 4 members here. I'm pretty sure there were 6 members of 2 p.m. That's all I got. I did see the names, but I don't know who they are, so I'm not gonna retain the names at all. Uh, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This one is just under 20 minutes. I know some of you guys really like how I do killing voice reactions. Some of you think I talk too much, and some of you want me to turn subtitles on and then back off and on again and back off again every time they sing versus talk. That's not gonna happen. It's not reasonable, especially because I'm not gonna keep rewinding and clicking and pausing and turning titles on and off over and over again. Unfortunately, I can't make everybody happy. So I've already looked. I saw that subtitles are auto-generated for this, so we're not going to have subtitles. We're just going to appreciate the music. Um, and yeah, I think I've said. Oh, and then one last thing. I apologize ahead of time if there are any weird edits. I don't have YouTube Premium. I've mentioned this on any of my longer videos, so I do have to go in and like clip out where ads start. So apologies in advance. With all that out of the way, let's go check out 2 a.m. on Killing Voice.
인사할까요?
인사할까요? 네.
하나, 둘, 셋.
안녕하세요,
안녕하세요,
투에이입니다.
투에이입니다.
반갑습니다.
They were
저희가
super
드디어
quiet
딩고
walking in.
힐링 보이스에
네.
나왔습니다.
드디어 나왔습니다. 네.
엄청 많은 분들이 기다리셨을 텐데
네.
저희의 이제 주옥 같은
They are
작품을
definitely
만들-
not baby-faced.
주옥 불러볼까요?
네. 저희가
I'm gonna pause just so I can say this because I don't have subtitles, so I don't know what they're saying, but I don't want to interrupt for those of you guys who do want to hear them. The only other thing I know about this group is that they're either second gen or 2.5 gen. So if anybody has specific clarification, let me know. I don't really know how the generations were decided in the first place. I know there's like some generalized like time frames, but there's a reason for those time frames, and I don't know what the reason is. Like, okay, this generation is marked by whatever the change was, and then another change happened and we moved on to third gen, and so on and so forth. Now we're apparently in fifth gen, but I I've been listening for all of fourth gen and part of third gen. At first off, fourth gen was really short if we're already moving into fifth. But second off, uh I don't like, nothing seems to have changed. I don't know what makes fifth gen different than fourth gen. So feel free to enlighten me. But anyway, back to the video.
우리가 또 고대한 만큼 또 여러분들이 아실 만한 곡들 타이틀곡 말고도 많이 준비했으니까 기대 부탁드리겠습니다. 가시죠.
All right, so we got music from '08 here. I was in college at this point. 노래.
예쁜 목걸이 사주고 싶지만 멋진 차를 태워주고 싶지만 예쁜 옷을 입혀주고 싶지만 난 좋은 곳에 데려가고 싶지만
주머니에 넌 손에 잡히는 게 없는데 어떻게 널 잡을 수가 있어. 내 생활은 너에게 어울리질 않는데
Okay.
그래도 내 곁에 있어 주겠니.
Ooh.
줄 수 있는 게 이 노래밖에 없다. 가진 거라고 이 목소리밖에 없다. 이게 널 웃게 만들 수 있을지 모르지만 그래도 불러본다. 네가 받아주길 바래 본다.
Okay, so I'm already seeing here that well, never mind. I thought like each one of these segments was one song, but it looks like a couple of them go a little bit like, well, maybe not. Like they might actually be just one song on each segment. So they didn't do a ton of music on this, but back to this song. First off, the quartet harmony was really lovely. Second off, they all have a nice conveyance of emotion in their voice. His voice had a little bit more character in terms of like his softness and his ability to kind of like sing a lyric but kind of pull it away. I don't know the technique name for that by any means, but it's definitely a style of delivery. So really pretty. Again, with the quartet harmony, it reminded me of like old American boy bands. Like you don't hear this in modern K-pop very much. Even with ballads, you know, a lot of times you might get maybe two people harmonizing together during a particularly impactful moment of a chorus or, you know, something like that. But a lot of times you've got either a focus on a single vocalist at any one time or, like I said, maybe a pair. So hearing all of them together was really nice. Now, I will say that is something you hear girl groups a little more commonly do, like Red Velvet especially comes to mind. They will harmonize on the choruses. But yeah, anyway.
이 집 타이틀곡이었죠.
네. 제목이 뭐죠?
친구의 고백입니다.
네.
저희 모든 곡을 다 통틀어서 제가 시작하는
그러네요.
유일한 곡입니다.
이것도 많은 분들이 좋아해 주셨어요.
맞아요.
꽤 오래됐어 내 맘이 조금씩 변하기 시작한지 혼자서 괴로워한지 언제부턴가 네가 울 때마다 너를 울리는 남자가 너무나 미웠어.
Nice power there.
차라리 내가 널 지키는 게 날지도 모른다는 생각이
이제는 내가 널 안아주고 사랑해주고
His voice is a lot more nasally than the other. I didn't notice that.
지켜봤어 말없이 서서 안타까운 가슴을 숨기며
Okay, ad-libs.
친구로 지내야 한다는 이유로 목까지 참았던 그 고백을 참아야 했어 하지만 이제는 고백할게 너를 사랑해.
Lovely.
자, 이번 곡은
Again,
앨범 곡은 아니지만
I
곡 중에 하나로 많은
love the so okay, growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, I despite getting made fun of for it, I used to love boy bands. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, O-Town, so on and so forth. 98 Degrees, whatever. These guys remind me, at least in their sound, maybe not their delivery and their technique and their talent, but the vibe and the sound remind me of those older boy bands who made a living off of their harmonies and their charisma and, you know, having different members who could kill it at different points. Like that last song, my guy right here, he was lighting it up. Everybody was harmonizing. He was throwing in ad-libs, some high notes. He had it all.
사랑을 받았었죠.
그랬죠.
네.
우리 결혼했어요의 또 아담 부부를
네.
또 여러분 기억하시나요?
가인 씨와 함께 하셨죠.
불러볼까요? 맨 처음 그날의 난 아마 몰랐겠지 이런 날 어색했었던 우리 모습이 어제만 같은데
기억하고 있을까
He just sounds more adorable.
멀리 있던 날 잠들기 힘든 내 모습 내 맘이 자꾸 널 찾던 날
가인 씨 오셨습니다.
어떤 맘일까
I would definitely not picture this guy having the high voice.
그때와 나
한 가지 내게 분명한 것은 함께 있어야 웃는다는 것 사랑인 걸까 너와 나 같은 밤일까
He has a pretty high falsetto too.
사랑하게 됐다고 말해도 될까.
Okay, first off, that song was fun, but it was fun because of one, the different sounds that they threw in, but two, you could tell they just had fun with each other. Like this one like broke character basically, and they all kind of lost it a little bit. Okay. It's nice to see a group, especially as old as these guys are, and I'm not saying they're old, but like, especially compared to newer groups, these guys are, you know, the song is from '09, which means we're what? Well, actually, I think that's the introduction to the new song, but whatever. The point is 08, '09, you know, we're talking 15-ish years, and that's just from the point this song was put out. So, you know, and back then, I don't think they debuted minors as much, especially with guy groups. So they were probably at least 18 when they debuted. So these guys are probably mid-30s, maybe even late 30s. To see them still enjoying themselves, having fun, and still be able to serve vocally too is pretty impressive. You know, your vocal cords don't really start losing their laxity until you get older, but it's still harder to hit those higher notes the older you get. So part of me wonders if they were even better at this when they, you know, put the song out, or if they're like a fine wine and they just got better with age. I don't know. Y'all tell me, especially because I've never seen them or heard of them. So those of you who are here are obviously probably fans of them, unless you're just fans of this channel and you're checking out anything I do, which I appreciate if that's the case. But most people are here to see this group, so you probably know this group. Let me know some key information that you think I should have down below.
자, 다음 곡도
네.
저희 앨범 곡이 아닌 듀엣곡을 준비를 했습니다.
그렇죠.
네.
아이유 씨와 함께 하셨죠?
네,
주옥 같은 듀엣곡이 많으네요.
맞네요.
우리 수롱
잔소리.
씨가
네.
기가 차게 불렀죠.
자, 먼저 파트 누가 불러주실 거죠?
늦게 다니지 좀 마. 술은 멀리 좀 해봐. 10살짜리 애처럼 말을 안 듣니.
정말 웃음만 나와 누가 누굴 보고 아이라 하는
Okay, so he has the falsetto too.
웃음만 나와. 싫은 얘기하게 되는 내 맘을 몰라. 좋은 얘기만 나누고 싶은 내 맘을 몰라. 그만할까? 그만하자. 하나부터 열까지 다 널 위한 소리. 내 말 듣지
Wow.
않는 너에게는 뻔한 잔소리.
This guy.
그만하자 그만하자 사랑하기만 해도 시간 없는데
머리 아닌 가슴으로 하는 이야기. 네가
He made sure to deliver.
수가 없는 이야기.
그만하자 그만하자
너의 잔소리만 들려.
Okay, you know what? I love this guy right here. Because looking at the rest of them, his voice sounds like it should be coming from this guy right here. Like, he just looks like he would have the higher voice. He definitely has the cutest tone to his voice, but he looks like he should have the higher voice. Nah, man, this guy can go up and get it. And you can tell he has a very good understanding, especially by this point, of what it takes for him to do those notes, because when you are naturally a lower talking person like myself, if I were to try to sing a high note, you don't want to hear that, but if I were going to do it, it would take me more air. So he knows he's going to sing and push more air from his diaphragm out, right? So to mitigate how, one, how much more poppy that might sound even with the pop filter, but also how much louder it would sound, he backs far off the mic so he can still put that effort into the note, but not have to like ruin the audio mix. Very nice.
나 퇴근해야겠다.
웃긴 높아
네.
정말.
다음 곡은 2AM의
네.
아주 주옥 같은 댄스곡이죠.
네. 희대의 밈을 탄생시켰던 댄스곡입니다.
춤, 신,
웃는
춤.
광대.
What is that? What's this man doing?
너의 다른 남자들 얘기, 안 좋다는 행실들 얘기, 모르는 척, 못 들은 척 넘어가 보려고 해봐도 자꾸 지근대는 술버릇, 내 친구에게 짓는 웃음.
Little club vibe to this one.
끝이라고 그만하라고 아무리 너에게 말해도 미안하다는 말은 다 그때뿐, 변하겠다는 말도 다 그때뿐.
He has really
내 가슴만
fantastic
아파
range.
아픈 걸 알면서도 자꾸만 반복되는 걸. 내가 잘못했어. 네 말이 달달달콤해서 맨날 말로만 날로 날 부르는 걸 몰랐어.
Baby you breaking my heart Baby you hurting my heart
그만두고 싶은데 잘못된 걸 아는데 다시 곁에 돌아가. Oh no.
네.
I think this guy on the left has my favorite tone. This guy has my favorite range and technique. Yeah. That's what I'm going with so far. And like I said, this guy has a nasally quality to his voice that makes him sound a lot different than these three. So his voice comes through pretty clearly. And then this guy has a more cute, almost innocent tone to his voice. Maybe not tone, but like a quality.
다음 곡은 어떻게 보면 저희를 여기 있게 해준 곡 같아요.
네.
네. 잘 불러드릴까요?
어려도 아픈 건 똑같아 세상을 잘 모른다고 아픈 걸 모르진 않아 괜찮아질 거라고 왜 거짓말을 해 이렇게 아픈 가슴이 어떻게 쉽게 낫겠어 너 없이 어떻게 살겠어 그래서 난 죽어도 못 보내 내가 어떻게 널 보내 가려거든 떠나려거든 내 가슴 고쳐내
Lovely low notes that you can almost, they're almost imperceptible against the high notes. Not now.
안 된다면 어차피 못 살 거 죽어도 못 보내
Those low notes that this guy was singing, I almost, like, they almost were so low they blended into the music, especially with the vocalist coming over the top. But right after I said that, his notes you could hear pretty solidly.
얼마나 싫어할지 알면서도 이것밖에 할 게 없다 너의 집 앞에서 할 일 없이 너를 기다리는 일
Sounds like some video game chimes, like a windfall chime there. Waterfall chime? Whatever.
잃는 것보단 잃을 게 없어서 같은 곳에서 너의 집 앞에서 기다린다 이미 전화를 받지 않는 너에게 나를 보려조차 않는 너에게 아무리 빌어도 용서를 구해도 소용없는 일이라 해도 너의 집 앞에 서서 기다린다 나를 본 채조차 하지 않아도 마치 처음 본
This guy.
사람처럼 날 지나쳐도 미안하다는 내 한마디 들어줄 때까지
Every one of these killing voice videos usually, I shouldn't say everyone, almost every one of these killing voice videos gives me one member of the group, whether they end up being my bias or not. It gives me one member of the group who I'm just like in awe of their talent. That's this guy. That's my dude right there.
이번엔 OST 곡을 하나 준비를 했습니다.
많은 또 사랑을 받았던
네, 창민이 형의 모먼트라는 곡을 준비했습니다.
좋아요.
이 노래 정말 좋아요.
나 이 노래 좋아하냐?
Also, if I'm not mistaken, the guy that I was just talking about, I think, was on JYP's A2K show.
In your mind 사랑이 그려져 우리 멀리 있어도 가려진대도 Love is you 바람결에 날리운 그리움이 내 마음을 전해주길 Love is the moment
Thought he was gonna keep climbing.
네가 오던 그
Not just the range and power, but the resonance of this guy's voice.
네가 가던 그날 그 순간 잊을 수 없어 자꾸 떠온다 In your eyes, in your mind 사랑이
네, 다시 저희 앨범으로
So again, this guy here, like their harmony was great. This guy's resonance was so gorgeous there too. But what I wanted to point out there is a lot of times, especially with groups or even artists who haven't performed together as much, when they go to do a duet or just a harmonizing part in general, especially if they're going to have to hit on the same point, and if it's going to climb, like they're going to have to continuously make drastic changes. You notice it a lot when they go for higher notes. They have to look at each other and give each other like some sort of cue. These guys don't have to do that. They've been together so long. In fact, if you look when they're doing that, this guy, like, they're not looking at each other at all. In fact, half the time their eyes are closed as they're feeling the emotion of the song. And here, when they're doing it, he's looking straight ahead. Even if he opened his eyes, would be looking, I don't know the mirror composition here, but basically this way, while the other guy's looking that way. So, like, they don't need that because they already have that connection. They already, between the practice and the experience and the feel for each other, they already know where they're going with the notes. They don't have to synchronize or give each other signals, which is, it's just a cool little extra thing that you see with groups and people who have a lot of experience singing together.
네, 다시 저희 앨범으로 돌아와서
네.
네.
이 앨범은 명반이라고 생각합니다. 피치제럴드 사랑해. 정말 제가 좋아하는 노래예요.
저도요.
하루 종일 네 생각만 하다가 한 가닥 눈물이 멋대로 주르륵 흐른다. 걸음걸음 네 모습이 바뀌어서 일을 하다가도 나도 모르게 또 흐른다. 노래를 불러도 거리를 걸어도 온통 네 생각뿐인데 너도 나처럼 이렇게 아픈지 너도 나처럼 눈물 나는지
Okay.
너도 하루 종일 이렇게 추억에 사는지
I got nothing to say about this guy.
처절한 발라드를 거쳐서 봄날의 느낌이 나오는 저희의 또
그래도
슬픈 노래는 그래도 슬픈 어느 봄날이죠.
그대 오늘 아침 출근길은 어땠나요? 한결 포근해진 날씬 그댄 어땠나요? 유난히도 추위를 타던 그때 나는 오늘 아침 정신없이 바쁘네요. 3년 동안 살던 이 집을 떠나가려고 짐을 싸고 생각나요 손때 묻은 우리의 흔적들 어딜만 가도 매일 그대 때문에 울고 웃던 날 하루 온종일 설레일 뿐이던 날 괜찮아 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 모두 다 여기 놓고 가면 돼 추억들은 적들 모두
Very nice. I know I've said he has a more innocent quality to his voice, but he can belt too.
딩고와 함께하는 2AM의 새로운 신곡 너 말곤 다 싫다 들려드릴게요.
곧 발매합니다.
많이 들어주세요. 낙엽이 또 떨어진다 너의 사랑은 아프게도 멀어진다 눈물이 또 떨어진다
가슴이 너무 아프게 그래 그래
좋은 사람 만나라는 말 나더러 너
Oh, there's that look at each other that I was talking about before.
행복하라는 말
But that was more for connection.
너 말곤 다 싫다 네가 아니면 싫다 너 없인 아무것도 아닌 나니까 가지마 내가 더 노력할게 가지마 죽어도 너 없인 싫다 안 된다는 말 너 못 간다는 말 이렇게 난 말하지도 못해 시간이 지나면 잊을 수 있을까 네가 가잖아 네가 또 밉다
I love that dude, man.
사랑이 밉다 내 모든 사랑은 다 끝나버렸다 차갑게 얼어버린 네 맘이 난 밉다 그래 너 말곤 정말 다 싫다
This dude right here is like a main vocalist among main vocalists.
까지
2AM이었습니다.
They're all fantastic, but this guy takes it to another level. Always love to hear good music and good talent. Alright guys, that was the reaction for 2AM on Killing Voice. Really enjoyed them. I think the biggest thing for me was not just their harmonies, but the way that they transported me in my mind and the way I felt back to the days when American boy bands sounded similar. Not the same, obviously, because, well, for one thing, boy bands in America were rarely as expressive and emotive with their songs or their technique. But and boy bands had a lot of dance tracks too, but when they would do ballads, those ballads and this group here, you know, it just, I don't know, it reminded me of that, and yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect. But thank you so much for the request. I do enjoy these Killing Voice videos. I know there's a lot of them. Clearly, actually, as I'm looking here on the screen, apparently there are currently 106 of them. I don't know how many we've done, but I think we've got about 100 to go. I'm not going to do all of them, I assume, but yeah, I'll have the playlist somewhere over here to our other Killing Voice reactions, but I know we've done EXO, B2B, Infinite, 2AM, A-Pink, G-Idol, and Red Velvet. I think that's all of them. So if there's 106 and we've done 7, hey, less than 100 to go. But anyway, thanks for checking this one out, guys. I appreciate you. If you liked it, make sure you do like, share, favorite, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Also hit the bell to enable your notifications to see when future content goes live. And until the next time, guys, thanks again for checking it out. See you next time.